Okay, I'm letting them in.
Welcome, beautiful sisters. Welcome. Oh, what an honor to be here with you. Welcome, Robin. And Taylor. Welcome. And Monique. Oh, what a joy. And Wendy. Susanna. Oh, welcome and welcome, Rose. This incense is full of copal. You're being blessed. You're hearing the singing bowls and the copal. So as we're coming into this sacred space, I do invite you to just take a few moments before we drop all the way in to just make sure you are clearing your space, that you have everytheverything you need. May you have your elixir and your fire. And that you are able to be fully present. Yeah. Lighting any incense for you to drop in. And I invite you, because we have a global community here, while people are coming in, I would love it if you would share your name and where you're from, so that you'll see that this sanctuary is a far-reaching and broad, deep and wide, spacious place for all of us to thrive in. I see some new sisters are coming in. I'm gonna bless you just like I did them, welcoming them. Welcome, Sonia. And welcome, Mary Ann. All of you are so welcome here. And I see in the chat we're asking everyone to introduce themselves and say where they're from, because we're part of a global community. And I see here, and you can see here, that we have Monique from New Zealand, Taylor from Canada, Robin from Houston, Wendy from Australia, Susanna from upstate New York. I'm in Fayetteville, Arkansas. Sonia's in California. I'm just taking another few moments to drop in and introduce yourself. There are a few more sisters that are about to come in. And as you feel yourself drop in, just feel yourself drop from your head down into your heart and down into your womb. So we can be in a place of silence. And I see that Rose is coming here from Houston. We have a few Houstoners here. Hot Houston women here. So we're dropping in to silence. And I'm going to ring this bell. I'd like to officially welcome you to the sanctuary of your awakening heart. And my name is Maria Chowdhury. And it is truly an honor and a privilege to be the steward and the guardian and a guide for our co-created experience today. We're going to be here for about 2 hours. And there is an opportunity for you to stay a little afterwards for more stories and more reflections after we close. But for now, I invite you to just take a nice deep breath with me. And as we breathe in, feel yourself calling yourself back to your body. Calling all the dispersed parts of yourself, calling them back home into your heart, into your body. Feeling yourself arriving home here. And so together we are going to have a soul polishing, heart awakening experience. And you have chosen, my loves, to enter here, to cross a threshold. You answered a call. There was something interesting and exciting for you. You chose to come here for a reason, and we'd love to find out why. And so we're going to co-create this sacred space so that we can enter into this mysterious and beautiful places of our hearts, so that we can feel, so that we can see, so that we can hear, we can touch and taste and smell and know ourselves through the lensing of our hearts. So we can know our truth through the lensing of a whole and healthy and nourished heart. And so with that, I ask us to pray. So let us pray it in our beautiful sister Rose.
And so dropping from our heads to our hearts, letting go of the thinking mind. Seeing as you drop, your heart just widening and expanding. And as you tune in and tap into the light, the flame, the fire of your heart, I invite you to see us in a circle around a fire pit. And I invite you to envision the light of your heart, the flame of your heart connecting now as it just moves from sister to sister to sister in this circle until it goes all around and comes back to you. And so just setting the directions of this temple, of this circle surrounded here in this sanctuary at this fire pit, calling upon the direction of the east and the element of air, of spirit, of inspiration, of spirit moving in and as and through me, spirit moving in and as and through us. Calling upon Archangel Michael to come be with us, come be here, come hold the direction of the east. And turning my attention to the west, to the element of fire that is at the heart and soul of this temple. Strawberries and hearts bursting forth. And calling upon Archangel Raphael to come be with us and to come hold this direction for us. Turning my attention to the west in the element of water, Memnos, that remembering who and whose we are, remembering that we are already whole, that we are already love, that we are already light. And just inviting Archangel Gabriel to come hold this direction, come be with us. Turning my attention to the north, the element of earth, of roots, of the land, of our ancestors, tending the land. I call upon the ancestors here in Houston, the Akokisas, these swamp navigators. I invite you to call upon the ancestors of your land, just knowing that they are here to just guide us, protect us, direct us, and calling upon Archangel Uriel to just hold this direction for us. From above, I turn my focus to Father Sky, to this golden light, and Archangel Metatron, and just pulling that down to meet within my heart. And from below, Mother Gaia, and this energy of just this green, fertile forestry, and asking Archangel Sandalphon to hold that and pulling that up into my heart space, where all these directions converge and merge into my heart, knowing that where I am, the universe is, and knowing that I cannot be and the universe cannot exist where I am not. And so just bringing myself here present, bringing ourselves present to this moment, to this space, to this place, to this sanctuary, for this awakening of our heart to continue to expand. And so I just bless myself this evening, knowing that I am just available to guide, to provide, to direct as I hold the element of fire. Blessing our sister Susanna as she shares the medicine of cacao. And this medicine that is the assist in this heart awakening, this heart opening. And speaking just a special word of blessing upon Maria as she guides us, she takes us on this journey to go deep within the sanctuary of our heart's desire, our heart's fire. And so, it is just with great gratitude that I know that we each receive exactly what it is that we came here to receive this evening. So grateful to be here, feeling and sensing the presence of each sister's heart, of each sister's love, of each sister's light. So I call this good, I call this space and place sacred, safe, and I call this temple open. And I just say, so be it. And so it is. And so the Before I pass this, I invite you to go to your fire source. It could be a candle, it could be an indoor fire pit, it could be your actual grill or fireplace or fire pit. But wherever you are, I invite you to light it. So calling for fire to be present with us now. Stoke her. Know that she is with us. And with that, I call this temple open.
Beautiful rose, that opening. I feel myself opening. I feel this circle expanding. And as you open the circle, literally another sister arrived. So it did expand. Welcome, Luana. So it's time for us to go a little deeper. And we want to create this sacred space, and this is transformative. We already saw, we opened a circle and a new person just arrived. So we're going to continue to acknowledge that we're a part of something much bigger than our little circle, right? Because right now we're part of this planetary grid. We had that full moon, and now we're in the solstice. There are literally thousands, hopefully one day millions of circles like this happening at the same time. So we're tapping into a collective power, this collective remembrance and awakening. And our circle right here is amplifying and supporting this process. So in order for us to keep going and feel really good and safe and through this metamorphosis, right, we have to adhere to some sacred agreements. We don't just, it's not safe just because I say it's safe, it's because we agree, right? And so I trust that you watched the video of the sacred agreements, but I'm going to distill it down to just 4 simple agreements, okay? So the first agreement that I'm asking us to bring front and center is that everything here in this circle is sacred and it's confidential. And so that we agree to honor the holiness of each other's experience without sharing it outside of our circle. Having said that, this is being recorded, and there will be other sisters to watch this recording. And so we're asking those sisters to also adhere to these agreements too. So if you agree that everything is sacred and confidential, please make this hand mudra with me, prayer hands. Okay, we agree. Beautiful. So the second agreement is we're going to drop out of the thinking mind, drop out of the personality mind, and we're going to drop into our hearts. And really from there, we're going to drop deeper into our womb space. And from there, we receive the wisdom of our bodies. And there will be multiple times that you have an opportunity to share, to speak your truth. I ask that you speak from this womb of silence, this place of emptiness. And when we speak our truth, we allow our words to be spoken through us. And we share the quintessence, the little nugget, the golden nugget of our truth, so that every sister has time to share her truth too. So if you agree, you can join me with this mudra by pulling down the heavens. And what you do is you bring your hands and let your hands float down. And it's as if you're just settling, thinking mind, and you're letting it float all the way down through your body. And by the time your hands float down, you're clear and empty. Beautiful. And the third agreement is to be a sacred witness. So we're all sovereign. We're all personally responsible for our own experience, and we are not here to fix or change anyone else's experience. Yet we are here to mirror, to witness, and to amplify each other. So when a sister shares, we beam her. So that means we put our hands up like this. And that means that we see you, we receive you, we witness you. And then when after you share and everybody's beamed you, you simply receive the witnessing, you receive the acknowledgement. So if you agree to this, please make the beam and receive each other's energy. See how we're all beaming to each other? We can feel that. And now we can practice receiving. Let's just practice. This is a practice here. It's easy for us to beam. This part, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and so the fourth agreement is to go the distance. Like we've talked about, we've all showed up here for a reason. And I invite you to, right now, to the best of your ability, release any expectations of how this experience will be, or let go of any need for it to be a certain way, right? Knowing that each one of us will receive the medicine of the circle today. And so I invite you to be with this experience and stay with the experience and allow the medicine to work for you and through you, and stay till the end, obviously, but also let yourself take care of yourself and integrate these practices that will be offered at the end so that you can move through this experience. And so if you agree, make this movement with me. And now the swimming fish. Boom, you're swimming from your heart all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way through the experience. And now you come out through the other side. Transformed. So now those are the four agreements. Now we're in this beautiful place, and so now we can go even deeper into this inner chambers. So I invite you to imagine that you're bowing your head, and then you're just setting down. If there's a little bit of armor, I don't know, this little bit of armor, this little bit of protection, set that down. Maybe we're used to carrying a little bit of weapons to protect ourselves. Go ahead and set that down, because we're being allowed here and being accepted here for who we are and who we are not. And now with our heads bowed, I invite you to put your hands forward and imagine you're opening up the veil, opening up curtains, and you're opening these curtains to the inner chamber. Right? And you enter in to this inner chamber where we go even closer and deeper. Right? And as you enter into this sanctuary, there's a deep sense of peace and serenity. It's washing over you. And I invite you to enter and find your seat on this circle, so we can sit eye to eye, heart to heart, womb to womb. And in the center of this circle, there is a beautiful altar of red and white. There are magnolia flowers. There are crystals, medicine bundles, cacao pods, and a beautiful fire. And if you would like to add one of your sacred items to the altar, you can do so now. And if you'd like to add something to the altar and you feel called, you can place it in the chat so we know what medicine you're placing on this altar. And so as you are placing your offerings on the altar, I see the mother turtle is here. And while you're placing your offerings, I'm passing this singing bowl to Susanna, because we're about to enter in and connect with our hearts and meet Grandmother Cacao. And Susanna can presence all your sacred offerings that you're placing on the altar and bring us closer to meet the grandmother.
Thank you, Maria. Hello, beautiful sisters. I'm Susanna, and I'm just so happy to be here with you today. And I'm honored to lead us into an experience with cacao as sacrament. And first, I'm going to assist us in invoking the awakened heart by reading from John O'Donoghue's Anam Cara, which means soul friend in Irish. Though the human body is born complete in one moment, the birth of the human heart is an ongoing process. It is being birthed in every experience of your life. Everything that happens to you has the potential to deepen you. It brings to birth within you new territories of the heart. The heart is the interface of your life. The human journey strives to make this interface beautiful. It is here that love gathers within you. Love is absolutely vital for a human life, for love alone can awaken what is divine within you. Love alone can awaken what is divine within you. In love, you grow and come home to yourself. When you learn to love and to let yourself be loved, you come home to the hearth of your own spirit. You are warm and sheltered. You are completely at one in the house of your own longing and belonging. In that growth and homecoming is the unlooked for bonus in the act of loving another. Sometimes it is easy to be generous outward, to give and give and give, and yet remain ungenerous to yourself. You lose the balance of your soul if you do not take care of yourself. You need to be generous to yourself in order to receive the love that surrounds you. You can suffer from a desperate hunger to be loved. You can search long years in lonely places far outside of yourself. Yet the whole time, this love is but a few inches away from you. It is at the edge of your soul, but you have been blind to its presence. The soul needs love as urgently as the body needs air. In the warmth of love, the soul can be itself. All the possibilities of your human destiny are asleep in your soul. You are here to realize and honor these possibilities. When love comes into your life, unrecognized dimensions of your destiny awaken and blossom and grow. So, a little bit about cacao. The spirit of cacao as plant medicine has been honored and revered as an integral part of sacred ritual in Mayan and Aztec traditions for thousands of years. We are not in that cultural context today. And so in transparency and integrity, it's important to me that you know that I am not, I don't have an ancestral link to this cultural tradition. So this won't be in that sense a traditional cacao ceremony. Rather, we're invoking this plant ally as our support and sacrament to assist us in opening our hearts. So before we begin, I invite us to just take a moment to bow in respect of the tradition that inspires us and honor the hands that cultivated and harvested this precious gift from Mama Gaia. With great thanks. And so tonight we're inviting the spirit of cacao, Grandmother Cacao, and her medicine as a plant guide to assist us in opening and awakening our hearts. She is the keeper of ancient wisdom. She's known to be gentle and receptive, so she can receive and hold our prayers and intentions as we navigate this journey of the awakening heart. So to begin, I invite you to take your cup of cacao or whatever other elixir you brought. Anything can be charged with our prayers and intentions. Pouring it from my thermos there. So just hold your cup close to your heart. Just begin to tune in to the spirit of the cacao. Closing your eyes, just begin to take in her aroma. Breathing her scent deeply in, allowing it to travel in towards your heart. And then opening your eyes, taking in the color, the texture. Perhaps there's some bubbles or froth. And once again, feeling into our connection to Mama Gaia, feeling your grounding cord. And then bringing that energy up into your heart space, allowing that to expand in welcome of this sacrament. Allow your sense of gratitude to flow from your heart into the cup as we say a brief prayer of thanksgiving. We receive this precious offering of Grandmother Cacao with gratitude for all the elements that supported its growth and that are contained within it. Gratitude for the energies that it invokes, kindness, love, joy, for all the hands that were involved in bringing it to us. Gratitude for the life force that infuses it, for the love and care that went into its cultivation, and for the love that it radiates. We partake of this and ask for Grandmother Cacao to bless us with her open heart and guide us in the ways of love. Aho. I invite you to take a sip. And now we'll infuse the cacao with our intentions. So bring it back to your heart, looking into your cup, and bring your intention for yourself to mind. What brought you here today? What are you desiring to call forward within you? And once you're clear, inhaling into the heart and then blowing that intention gently into your cup. And take a sip. And next, bring to mind your intention and hopes for your loved ones. What blessings do you wish for them? Once you're clear, inhaling that into your heart, and with the exhale, blowing that into your cup. And sip. And next, bringing to mind your highest vision and prayer for all sentient beings. Those who are here now, sharing this gorgeous planet with us, as well as those who have come before and will after. When that is clear, inhaling into your heart this intention, and blowing into your cup. And sip. And finally, anyone else you may have left out and forgotten. Infusing it with whatever is left in your heart. And blowing it in. And sip. Beautiful. And you're welcome to take sips throughout temple. Just please do so mindfully and with intention, and do save some for the end because we'll take our final sips again together. And now we're just going to take a couple minutes if you'd like to journal about your intentions. And also we welcome you to put it in the chat to be witnessed. So Rose has posted in the chat, her intention is to show up in authentic passion whenever, wherever I am and with whomever I am. Beautiful. Luana says, my intentions are to receive moment to moment the glorious love and adoration our great mystery has for us, for me and all sentient beings. My intention is to remember to be reverent to all living beings, especially those who are struggling with showing their loving kindness. Thank you, sister. Yes.
Wendy has shared, my intention is that I become aligned with my heart more deeply and honor the building of my new foundation with love and devotion to be of greater service for my integral loving heart.
Robin says, I release all shame so I can be the empty vessel of presence. Witnessing you, sister. Sonia says, my intention is to soften the armor of my heart and receive divine love. Missing you, sister. Maria, my personal intention is to see my own beauty and learn to love unconditionally. Yes. My deepest intention is to walk in beauty and to walk as love. If everyone feels complete with this intention setting, I pass the bowl again to Maria.
Thank you, Susanna. Thank you, Cacao. She's so nourishing and thick. Kind of makes you need to have a sip of water. So drink water and let it move through you. And there are so many beautiful intentions that are being said and so much beautiful medicine being placed on the altar. So now I just want to presence the heart a little bit, because I'm sure you can feel this in your own life, like how we have so many complexity within our hearts and the seemingly opposite sensations, and somehow our heart has the space and the wisdom to hold the paradox, and has even space in between the paradox, right? And then I also want to get a little bit real, because my husband was having these heart issues the other day, right? And so our hearts are tender. There's an awareness that we need to have, because our hearts are nestled inside our chest, wrapped around a pericardium, which is its whole purpose is to protect the heart, right? And then around that, your heart is nestled into your lungs, which are air sacs, and then it's in a cage, a rib cage, and then it's covered by your breast. So it's not always really meant to be just like worn on your sleeve out there. And it's really in this circle, we're not going to go in and find every heartache and every wound and mess with them and touch them. Ooh, no. And we live in a world, because it's hard for me to type. It's way easier for me to talk. I couldn't put all my intention into there, but like what I forgot, like that piece, all of a sudden, all things like just like we live in a world right now. In this world, we're experiencing war, and we are experiencing our rights. Some of our rights are being threatened. We're unsure if we should go out into the world because we might get somebody else from it. We're living in like tumultuous times, and we're awakening and finding all this beauty. So when we're connecting with our hearts, there's a reverence and a respect and a almost, I don't want to use the word caution, but there's an awareness of how far to really go with your heart. And there is that reverence and respect, and we also know that we're holding all these sense of armor that's protecting us, and these shields, and we're carrying around these weapons, and that interferes with our ability to fully live and to receive our truth and to live our truth. And we are also in a time where, what is our truth? We've been filtered and fed all these ways that we should be, that it's way easier for us to give love than receive love, and we have to do a bunch of stuff and be pretty and sexy as children and make all this stuff be valuable, right? And so we're trying to uphold this version. But then what is the truth, right? What is the truth? And so the truth is, you are worthy of love. The truth is, you are a portal of love, as you are. Not when there's world peace, not when racism suddenly goes away, Not when you lose 10 pounds or 15 years younger, or you earn $1 million, or your house is clean, or that you have your perfect partner and your children, or you have children or don't have children. What? You're worthy of love right now. Right now, as you are, as the world is as it is, your body is as it is, your bank account, your relationships, your living situations, as they are. You're worthy of love right now. And so we're about to go on a journey with our hearts. But before we do, I just want to share one quick little story. This could be a massive story, but I'm going to about how last year around this time, we ended TG. We're at the end of TGT. Many of these sisters, that's where we met. I can see most of you on the screen. I met you there. And we had to prepare a ceremony. And my ceremony was the reframing the Father, the Divine Masculine. It's my birthday, and my birthday always falls on Father's Day. And I didn't grow up with my dad, so I had this wound. And I also, and I feel like I'm kind of coming out. I feel like I'm like in a confessional right here. I'm confessing. I had this experience happening before, and then it happened really clearly in this season as I was preparing for that temple. I wanted to get clear of what's in my heart. What's in my heart? And so I was doing Qigong. If you can imagine me doing Qigong outside on a full moon, doing Qigong, opening, closing my chest. What's in my heart? And who should appear but this gorgeous man that I totally thought that I loved. And the guilt and shame because I'm married to somebody else. And there's this new gorgeous man that I love. But it's not new. Actually, he's been in my life for a long time. And I thought it was pure love, like pure. And in this vision, he was doing his thing, what he's so good at doing. He's actually a Qigong teacher. Oh, could you imagine? So he's doing his thing, and he's teaching Qigong, something he's brilliant at. This is all in my fantasy. None of this actually played out. And he did a very normal thing. He went over to a student and adjusted her posture. And she had a question. And I was observing this, and I suddenly somehow felt this sensation that I had not realized what I was feeling, and it was jealousy. I had this jealousy so massively pour out of my heart that I was like astounded. I was stunned by this awareness. I thought it was pure love, and I had this massive jealousy. And it was so massive, and I was so caught off guard that jealousy was pouring out of my heart that I actually took a step back and another step back, and my dog was behind me, and I tripped, and I fell flat on my asphalt, looking up at the ground, being like, oh, I thought it was love, and it's jealousy that's driving this whole thing. So I'm telling this story because what we think might be in our heart and our pure little hearts, but what's actually there might surprise you. So I'm sharing this because we're about to go on a journey in our hearts. And so we're releasing any expectation of what we think we're going to find there. And we're going to be real with what is actually there. Okay, so are we about ready to go on a journey with our hearts? Okay, so I invite you to, if you need to take a sip of water like I do. And if you'd like to have another sip of your cacao to soften and open yourself. Let's go on a journey, my loves. Let's take a few nice deep breaths. Feel yourself settling into your seat. Feeling yourself connecting with your heart space, with the mystery, with the wisdom, with the beauty of your hearts. And as we've done many times in this temple already, taking a nice deep breath and feel yourself drop down. Drop down from your head, down into your heart. And as you drop into your heart, it feels spacious. I invite you to linger here and connect with your heartbeat. And if you'd like, you can softly close your eyes. And as you're feeling your heartbeat, there's a gentle smile on your lips. And as you smile, you send that smile to your heart, and your heart smiles back to you, and it starts to radiate the light. And as you feel the light in your heart start to grow, this light is beginning to emanate from the center of your heart, and it's starting to beam out. And it's as if it is projecting this beam of light from your heart like a movie projector. It's projecting the light onto the screen like a movie screen. Your heart is beaming your life story, your love story onto a movie screen. And you're in this theater. And I invite you to sit back into your seat because you are the star of the show. This is an epic love story of triumph, of pain, of loss, of joy, of forgiveness. You are both the hero and the heroine of this mythic and magnificent love story. This is a journey of your life seen through the eyes of your heart. And as you are sitting back and getting more comfortable with your breaths, you feel your breaths starting to relax. And the softer and deeper you breathe, the more relaxed your body becomes, the brighter and more clear the images on the screen become. Oh, look, there you are. You're in your mother's belly. She looks so beautiful with you in her womb. Sense and feel and see her, your mother holding you in your womb, in her womb. And now you're starting to feel and sense yourself being born into this world, into this body, into your life, being born into your family, being born into your, seeing the images on the screen around your birth. And now you see yourself as a sweet and innocent, this beautiful baby girl who's growing up so quickly. Oh, you're a curious, free spirit who's learning how to walk, learning how to explore, how to find her voice. And on the screen, in the visions, you're becoming aware of who else is with you. You can see yourself growing up as a toddler, and testing all the boundaries, seeing how far you can go before someone brings you back to safety. Notice the scenes, notice the environment, the smell, the sounds, the colors. Sense and feel how you feel in your body as you notice your life on the screen. Now, see, there you are. You're going to school. Seeing your teachers and your friends and your parents and your toys. You also notice that you're wearing a backpack on your back. And you notice this backpack is always with you, even when you're not at school. Yeah, you're growing so quickly now through your school years. You're already in high school with a whole new set of life experiences. Whole new set of friends, frenemies, other people who see the world differently than you do. You notice how your teachers, how your parents, and the adults, how they start to react toward you. And then you start to notice your heart is showing you how your backpack is just getting bigger and heavier. Because you've been putting all your burdens, all your grudges, all your resentments, all the masks. You put all that in there. Your backpack is a place where you put the stuff that you don't know what to do with because you don't feel like you can be yourself. So sensing and feeling how you feel in your body when you realize this. And moving through your life, your heart is showing you now your next phases. Some of you are in college, some are at work, some are traveling, some of you have children. And you're aware of the choices that you're making as a young adult woman, of the ways that you are being powerful, of the ways you are choosing your life, and some of the ways that you're not. Finding yourself in these choice points between your authenticity. Now your heart is showing you your relationships, your lovers, the lovers you have and how you want them to be different, the lovers you didn't have, the lovers that you want to have but somebody else has. Your heart is showing all of this to you with love and kindness. Your heart is also showing you your authority figures, your bosses, and other people in your life with their opinions on how you need to live. So again, sense and feel how you feel that in your body. Your heart showing. You're noticing how your backpack gets a little bigger. And now you notice on your wrists and on your ankles you have weights. Kind of like the weights that people wear when they go to the gym to make their workout harder. You have these weights on too. and they're slowing you down. They're making things harder for you. When did you pick them up? Where did you pick these up? Where did you get these? How did they get so heavy? How long have you been carrying them? What is this weight? Is it resentment? Is it guilt? Shame? Unworthiness? Jealousy? So as your story continues to unfold, you start to notice just what your families are like, what your children are like, what the people around you are like. And you're seeing your life progress. You're starting to become your current age. Yeah, all the people, all the actors, all the circumstances that keep showing up and making that backpack bigger and the weight's heavier. And you're seeing yourself step into your power, and you're seeing yourself have skills, things you're proud of. Your heart is showing you the beauty. And your heart is showing you that backpack again. Because today, you decide that enough is enough. And you realize, I could simply reach down and unbuckle this strap. And I can take my backpack off. I can set it down. I can set down the grudges and the burdens and the resentments. And so feel yourself do that. Feel yourself remove the backpack. Feel yourself setting it down. Feel yourself setting it down on the ground so the earth can hold it, so Mother can hold it and you don't have to. Feel yourself go to each wrist and unbuckle these weights. Your left wrist, your right wrist, and letting them fall to the ground. Do the same thing with your ankles, your left ankle and your right ankle, unhooking that, letting that go, letting them just drop to the ground. Realizing you have the power to free yourself. You have the power to take them off. Maybe taking a nice deep breath with a sigh as you feel these remove. You feel them being released. Realizing you don't have to carry them anymore. And as you sigh and as you set these down and this process becomes complete, you look up and you're like, whoa, I have the power to release this. And I look up and I see I am in this splendid garden, surrounded by beauty. This is your inner sanctuary. You've been here. You're familiar with this place. This beautiful garden with your trees and your plant allies and your guardians and animals and your sacred fire. And so you just take that backpack and you just offer it to the fire. All right, and you stoke your fire, put the weights in, put the backpack in. You do not need to get anything out of there first. Everything you need, you have. You just put that whole backpack, the whole thing into the fire. And you can see that fire, see the fire start to just burn and purify, to liberate you. See these flames liberating those burdens, but see these flames liberating your heart. feeling yourself liberated. You have a little more courage. You're ready to continue on your path. So you're acknowledging the fire and that's burning things away, and you're ready to go forward on your path. And as you're walking in your path in your garden, you're walking along, and up in front of you there is a beautiful wooden bench. And you feel so safe and so secure and free. And up on this wooden bench, there is a person sitting on that bench. And it's the person that you need to forgive the most. The one that you're ready to forgive today. And that person is sitting there so patiently. And with a whole lot of love and grace and courage, you find the strength to go up there and sit next to that person. And you tell them that you are no longer willing or able to carry the weight of this grudge that you've been holding on to for so long. And you tell them that you're forgiving them. And you say it with yourself. You say this with yourself in your own words. I am forgiving you. Not for you, but I'm forgiving you for me, for my own liberation, for my own freedom, for my own light and love and joy. And any other words that you need to express to that person. And that other person is sitting there in silence for a moment. And then they say to you, thank you. Thank you. I will leave you in peace. And they so gracefully simply stand up and start to walk off into the wooded area off in the distance in the opposite direction of you. And you see them walking, you see their body, their figure getting smaller and smaller until they disappear. And you, my love, you stand up from that bench and you feel so much lighter and freer. And there is a deep sense of peace and ease and grace that permeates your entire body, mind, heart, and soul. You are expansive. And you continue to walk on your path. And you trust yourself and you can feel yourself. You can feel your heart and you can feel free and you feel spacious and you feel the lightness in you. Time to walk back on, you have to walk back into our circle, to walk back into our sanctuary. And you feel yourself walking back. And as you feel yourself walking back, you're becoming aware that you're walking back into your body, back into this present moment. And by the time you return completely, as you arrive back in your body, You feel yourself arriving at the gate of the sanctuary of your awakening heart. And when you're ready, you start to open your eyes and let your eyes gently meet my eyes. Beautiful. My loves, I am the gate guardian of your awakening heart. What needs to be laid down here or forgiven for you to enter light and free? I'm here to receive you. Sonia, speak your truth.
At this gate, I lay down my self-judgment for not doing better when I know better.
Is there anything else, or do you feel? Okay. I'm bringing you in. Here's to knowing your truth and doing what you know. Hail and welcome. And when you're ready, each one of you can unmute yourself. Yes, Luana.
At this gate, I lay down the weight of non-truth, of other people's perceptions and struggles that I allowed myself to be burdened with. The backpack is off, and I'm running free.
I'm receiving your freedom and your liberation, your liberated heart. Welcome, liberated heart.
At this gateway, I lay down all the criticism, the judgments, and taking on the heaviness that I was not a being, a full loving-heartedness. I lay this down here at this gate.
Laying down the criticism and judgment, and being your luminous, full-hearted self. Your light, you are a beacon of light. I receive your lamp, Welcome, lighthouse.
At this gate, I lay down holding other people's emotions for them, making them more important than my own, and then blaming myself when their emotions are heavy, because I can't fix it. I lay down control.
Such depth and wisdom. What I'm receiving is discernment of what is yours and what is theirs.
Huh?
I receive you in that wisdom. Thank you. Rose.
At this gate, I lay down this thought that I'm at the mercy of my wounded heart replaying itself over and over and over again. I lay that down.
You know, I'm ringing you in because you are bigger than your wounds. Your wound seems big, but you are exponentially bigger than that wound. Bring your bigness bigger than the wound. Welcome. Beautiful. Susanna.
I lay down the anger and resentments that I have held on behalf of other people and loved ones that have been hurt, that I've somehow an illusion of protecting them by carrying this, and it's not what creates change. So I'm laying that
Yeah. Not to put words in your mouth, but it's what I'm receiving is how we protect, and we think we're protecting, but we're actually hurting them through our protection. And through what you're bringing here, I'm welcoming you and the resentment and anger, laying that down and turning that, transforming that into passion and drive and motivation and fire.
I'm laying down at this gate the expectations and judgment and criticism of my parents. I lay down that not being able to meet their expectations, and I'm not the child and the person they wanted me to be. I'm claiming who I am, and I'm claiming that I'm worthy, that I have many gifts to share in this world right now.
Welcome, medicine woman and steward of the trees, with your many gifts and the courage and grace to be yourself, walking as love and steward to this great earth.
am laying down my stories of abandonment and desperation.
Is that all? Are you complete, or is there more?
I felt like there was more, but nothing's coming right now.
Let's just drop in. Let's just drop in, my love. Just drop in. There's another little piece that wants to be shared.
Feeling like I'm a victim.
Laying down the victim. Thank you for the courage and the willingness to be uncomfortable and almost wanting to go, but then staying and coming back and then laying down the victim, because that's the only way we can dismantle the patriarchy, is that we stop being victims. So I'm celebrating you and welcoming you with your courage and grace and power and love. Welcome. And there's one more, Marianne. I know this is brand new to you. This might be brand new to you. But is there anything you would like to lay down at this gate? My love, I think you're muted. I know you're sharing something very profound.
Am I
there you
unmuted?
Are. There you are.
Okay.
I feel you now. Oh, thank you for sharing. Yes.
What I had said was that I'm just want to let go of the anger from other people that have hurt me.
Letting go of the anger of other people and all their stuff. Letting go of their stuff for your own freedom and liberation. Forgiveness. Beautiful. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. My loves. Woo, that was big. So I invite you. Let's have a sip of our cacao. And we're going to do a little Qigong. Okay, we're going to shift this energy, this heavy energy. So have a sip of your cacao. I invite you to find your feet. And clear your space, find your feet. We'll be practicing for just a few moments, really. But this part is so important because we just dealt with all the stuff. You see these on my wrist, even though they're beautiful, I'm taking them off. Yes. This is a part of the loving kindness practice. So let's just start by shaking it up, because we just went through some stuff we just released. So I invite you to shake your wrist. And a big piece of opening our heart, we have to create space in our body for our heart to even open. If we don't create space, there's nowhere for our heart energy to go. So Qigong is an energy work practice. It takes energy work very literally. So we're shaking our wrists, and now our elbows, and now our shoulders. And you can even sigh and release. So starting to shake your chest and your breast. If it jiggles, let it jiggle. Shake your belly and your hips. Letting go of all that stuff. We set it down at the gate, right? That was heavy. So you can shake out your legs and your ankles, woo, and shake out your other leg and ankle and like, woo, let that go. That's not yours. Most of the things that lay down at the gate were other people's stuff. Woo, we do not need that. Shake that off. Shaking. Like if we're at a scale of 1 to 10 and we're at a 2, shake it up to about a 5. Get it off. Have fun with it. Shake it off. Get it up. We never go in Qigong, we never go 100%. So get it up to like 8. And now we can let that slow down. We can let that slow down. Let that slow down. And then let that come even slower and softer until you're no longer physically moving your body, and feel the energy in your body, that activation. And so our heart meridians run down our arms, and now there's space for our heart energy to go. Now there's space for it to go. We've created space. So I told you I was doing Qigong outside, opening and closing my heart and wondering what was in my heart. So let's do that together. So we're going to inhale. Our hands are going to come up. You look up and you make soft fists. And then you exhale. Tuck your pelvis, curl your spine, bring your elbows almost touching. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Soft and gentle. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Moving the energy up and down our spine. Opening and closing our chest and our heart. Being clear, ask yourself, what's in my heart? What do I open up to? What shuts me down? When I open, how do I feel? When I close, sometimes does it feel healthy? Sometimes does it feel not so healthy? There is a season, there is a time to be open and to be closed. Being with your breath, exploring the movement. Opening and closing your heart. Now, let's do this even slower. And as you close for yourself, feel the back of your heart open. And as you open your chest, feel yourself open in awe and wonder. Just a few more times. This really helps activate our chi channels. Warm us up. And this is our last one. And when you close, bring your hands down. Let your hands gently float down. Let your head float up. And just sensing and feeling the energy in your body. And our hearts, the meridians of our heart, like I say, go down our arms and they end in the palms of our hands. So let's warm the palms of our hands. You know, when we were in the beginning of this, we did the journey and you were in your mother's womb. When your heart started beating, your arms grew directly out of your heart space. So your heart and your hands are intimately connected. So we're going to warm up this energy in the palms of our hands. Your hands are emissaries of your heart. They give and receive your love. So warming our hands, and now place your hands on your heart and bring your awareness to your heart space and go ahead and warm your heart. We're just drawing attention. We're activating. And what we're doing is as if we have treasures, right? Actually, your heart is a treasure. And in Qigong, we have 3 treasures, and your heart is one of these treasures. And so we're mining for the treasures. So we're activating the treasures in our heart, revealing our heart energy. Just a few more times, just to bring awareness to the center of our body. And now let's go ahead and place, keep your right hand up on your heart and then lower your left hand down to your womb space. Like I said, we have 3 treasures. Your womb space is another one. And so from here, I invite you to imagine that flowing down through the top of your head is part of this solstice light, this gorgeous light of the solstice. For some of you, it's the winter. For some of us, it's the summer. Either way, the solstice light is coming down through the top of our head and is trickling down into our heart space, which is now open and active. And so feel this solstice light down into your heart, and it's like beautiful golden rose gold pink light. And just like before, when we smile to our heart, have a soft smile on your face, smiling to your heart. And now let this light from your heart grow and expand. And now the overflow of this beautiful golden light, it starts to trickle down to your, in Qigong we say your dantian, down into your belly, down into your womb space. This golden light is trickling down into your womb space, and even let it go down into your sexual centers. There's so much energy here and often confusion between these 2 places in our body. And we are here to cultivate a whole heart, a healthy heart, a nourished heart. And that means we love all of us. So let this golden light trickle down to your womb space, down into your sexual centers. And here, down in your womb space, imagine that there's water. And this golden light is like light on the water, sparkling on the water. And what you're doing is you're bringing awareness, you're harmonizing these 2 centers. And just pause here and sense and feel how this golden light is in your heart and now down into your womb. Sending love down through your body. And now from here, making prayer hands. And I invite you to actually make your prayer hands so that your fingers are spread. This activates your hands and it opens up your meridian so these chi channels can carry this energy through your body even more efficiently. So as you inhale, your fingers are pointed up. And as you exhale, point your fingers down. Beautiful. Inhale up. Your hands are at the level of your heart space. Exhale down. And when you inhale up, you're connecting with the solstice energy, with the heavens, with the sky, with this heaven's celestial realm. And as you exhale down, feel yourself connect down with the earth, this whole field of nourishment and stability. And so at your own rate, inhaling up, connecting with heaven, exhaling down, connecting with the earth, inhaling up, connecting with the formless, and then down, connecting with the form. And notice the space in between is you. Your heart is the space in between heaven and earth. You are a portal of love. You are the space between form and formless. You contain all of it. So with a sense of reverence and gratitude, finding your place in this beautiful world, knowing you always belong in the earth and in the heavens. You always belong in nature because you are nature, and nature is in your heart. Okay. Fine, last one, bringing your hands up. We're about to go into this is a beautiful Buddhist practice for love and kindness. So at first you'll learn the mechanics and then we'll go into the flow. It's very simple actually. So as you lower your hands, exhale, reach all the way up. Can you see the top? I'm going to step back so you can see the top of my hand. My first finger and thumb is touching. I inhale, draw this energy down to my heart. Now exhale, turn my palms facing the earth and lower my hands down to my dantian. Inhale, raise my hands back up from the earth to my heart. Exhale, press my hands forward. Inhale, scoop this energy, draw it up the center of my body, up into my heart, making the lotus flower. Exhale, reach up. Inhale, draw in the love, draw in the heavens, draw in the light to your heart. Exhale, shine the light down through your body, down to the earth. Inhale, receive the earth's love up into your heart. Share your love with the world. Put yourself out there. And now receive the blessings into your own life, into your own body, into your heart. Release, exhale. Reach up. Draw in the love to your heart. Draw in the light. Shine your heart light through your body down to the earth. Receive the earth love into your heart. Share your heart with the world. And receive the blessings of love and kindness into your own body. Release. Draw in the love. Shine the love down to the earth. Receive the earth's abundance and generosity to grow. And now share your skills and talents and essence with the world. And be open to receive love and joy and peace. again. The more we do this, the more silent I become, so the form can teach you. Feel this energy go down to the earth. Feel the nourishment, the stability, the abundance rise up through your body. And now you have the courage, the inspiration to share your gifts and talents with the world. And you are able to receive support and abundance and blessings. 2, 3 more times on our own in silence. So let's let your heart discover what's here. There's no need to get it right or wrong. Just receive it. Let's do one more. Final one. Really surrender, let go. Feel yourself just open up. You're open to receiving divine guidance, love, and intuition, inspiration, and really letting that go all the way through your body, every cell in your body, down into the earth. And then feeling this wisdom rise up through your body from the ground up to your heart. And then hear the courage and the grace and the fortitude to share, the vulnerability of sharing yourself, and then that being a part of the cycle of life, knowing what goes out comes in, what comes in goes out. You are a part of the cycle. And then rest here in heart. And 2, be in this continuum of light, form, formless, heaven, earth, sanctuary of your heart. Let's send our light, like effervescent lights, out on the surface of water. Imagine the water is at your heart level. And then as you inhale, you receive this light. It's like tickly, it's effervescent, it's playful. Ooh, like coming in, sweetness coming into you. And then sweetness, playfulness going out. Out, and then receiving. Beauty. With your breath out. And this is going all over the world. We have sisters in New Zealand and Australia and Canada, from coast to coast in the United States, in the heart of America, in Houston, and to the people that are listening on the replay, to our loved ones, to people we don't even know. This light is going to go like they're like wild flower seeds, and they sprinkle the forest and the bush, and they sprinkle the meadows and the fields. And some of you are in winter, so you're not going to see the growth of that right away. You just have to trust that these seeds, this love, this light, this luminousness, your joy, and inspiration is going out into the world. And some of it's going to be coming back, and it's going to feel good when it comes back. It almost tickles, like makes you smile. Okay, so now we're going to complete this. We're going to complete this Qigong session by drawing this light in. And now bringing our hands back to our hearts where we started. And we're going to connect with our hearts even more and ask her, I'm curious, heart. This is a question. You can ask your own question, but here's a question. How can I navigate my current situation or challenge with a more playful, open heart, with a more healthy, whole heart? How can I navigate my current situation or challenge with a more healthy and whole heart? And listen and receive what your heart's message is. And I invite you to take your time to receive. And once you do receive it, we'll journal for a few moments. Because you're so open, you've been attuned to a new frequency right now. So what your heart says might surprise you. And I invite you to, in your own time, find your seat and have a sit, because we're starting our journaling time right now, okay? And it'll be about 3 minutes or so. So yeah, asking your heart, journaling about, in my current situation or challenge, how can I move through this with a more open and whole heart? So I'm also aware of the time. It's almost time for us to wrap up. So let's cut our, let's finish that thought of what we're journaling. I live in time outside of time, and I want to be honoring of your time. So, finishing our thought and our journaling, I would love to receive. And now I know not every one of you has to share, but if you would like to share the wisdom of your heart, now would be a good time for that, because we have some more places to go. Is there anybody that would like to share what they have found in their heart? Yes? Okay. Luana and Sonia. Okay, so we'll receive you. Let's start with Luana.
Thank you. So, sisters, I share that I am beginning to trust the gnosis of my heart. Trust.
Trust. Thank you, Luana. And how about you, Sonia?
So a few things came up, and it started with releasing the expectations of certain outcomes, being in the flow and letting things happen, being clear on what I am feeling and needing, and letting all that sort of culminates, and letting go of the fear of separation if I am not perfect or responsible.
I mean, who wants to say sister speaks for me? Thank you for sharing that. Oh my goodness. Sister does speak for me, Sonia. You do. Is there one last person that would like to share in this round? Okay, Robin.
Letting go of there was something stuck in my heart the whole time we were doing the Qigong, and it finally came out at the end, and it was, you're doing it wrong. And and my heart says, you know, we don't know what the fuck is right, because this is a whole new paradigm. I mean, you are creating a new way of moving through the earth. There is no right or wrong anymore. There's only just figuring it out.
Here's to figuring it the fuck out. Boom. Woo! Let's figure it out together. Let's figure it out together. I feel like there might be another person that would like to share. Is that true? Okay. Because if you do have something you want to share, there might be an opportunity there too. So I'm passing this on to you, beautiful one.
Thanks for taking us on that journey, Maria. And so we're coming to the close of our temple, the close of our time today. And so we're just going to seal this with a fire ritual. So if you have anything else, maybe like Robin, you were sharing, that you want to throw in the backpack and throw the whole thing in the fire, you can bring that. But if you feel complete on that, maybe there's something you're bringing that came to you, that your heart spoke to you around. Luana shared trusting, her gnosis. And so whatever that is, and if you want both, you can do whatever you want to, because this is a new earth and this is a new world and we're doing this together. So whatever calls to you, whatever's on your heart. I like to take what I wrote down and I like to roll it up, and you can do the corner of your page. I like to do the whole page. This becomes my spirit arrow. And if you want to just do this esoterically and hold your hands over your fire source, your candle, or whatever fire source you have going, that's fine. I'm going to grab my accoutrement because we follow Smokey the Bear's fire safety. So I have my container, I have my spirit arrow, and I have my my spirit arrow holder. And so let's just take this directly to the fire, sending that arrow directly into our flame, directly into this lovely, lovely fire that we've been tending to and keeping here in this temple this evening. Just letting her take this all now. Take all of our wounds. If there are any left that have not been released yet, throw those wounds over. Give them over now. If there are any desires, your deepest desires of your heart, giving those over now. And just allowing spirit to take them all. I've got a lot happening over here. There's a lot of heat happening. And just, yeah. Just letting the fire take it all now. And so when you're ready, I'm gonna nab my bowl. My bowl went flying. That's what happens when you're fire pinning sometimes. All right, so I've got my bowl. And I'm gonna invite you to take your oil. This oil that I have this evening is Women's Transformation, which I just love, because we are women in transformation. And go ahead and anoint yourself. With your oil of, mine is roses and magnolias and gardenias. Whatever yours is perfect. It's knowing that we are blessed by this evening's sanctuary of the heart. We are blessed and cleared and cleansed of anything that's been weighing us down. We come now fresh and free and clear and clean to the moment. And so I'm going to invite you to just sing with me. Just stay on mute if you wouldn't mind, because Zoom is a little unwilling to play, but let's just sing this out. I open my heart and let love guide me. I open my heart and let love in. Sing it with me. I open my heart and let love guide me. I open my heart and let love in. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. We're just at time, so I'm going to ring us out and pass to Susanna, who will close us.
Thank you, Rose. That was wonderful. Mine is still burning away. I guess I had a lot too. Okay, so I invite us all to take our cup of cacao once more, bringing it to our hearts. Bringing to mind once again your intentions, as well as any insights from Temple today. And just infusing the cup once again with your love and gratitude. And as we take our final sips together in a moment, we once again invoke the awakened heart and call forth the love that we are. We turn towards this love within our hearts, which not only connects us to our soul, our desires, and to the divine, but this love actually is the divine manifesting in us as us, longing to be recognized, embraced, and expressed. Let us now take our final sip together, sisters. And with this, we give thanks for Temple today, for our sisterhood, for the journey of our awakening hearts, and for our beautiful intentions moving out into the world. We release the directions with reverence, and we honor and thank Grandmother Cacao once again for her presence and guidance on this journey. Many blessings, sisters. Awen, Amen, Aho, Ashe.
Beautiful. I am just beaming with love as we're completing this circle. Makes me want to do it again and again because there's so much to do. And it's so rich. I just want you to know, and you know this already, this medicine is going to work on you for the next couple weeks and months, in your dreams, in your conversations, in your synchronicities. So allow yourself the time to integrate over the next couple of days, because you just leveled up, right? You just opened up, lit up, and there are a few invitations we want to invite you to give you opportunities to integrate this type of energy work with you. And I'm going to invite you to a few things, and other sisters have invitations too. And then we're going to dance it out. I want us to know that here we're about to close our circle. And so you remember how some of you placed altar items on your altar? Now is the time for you to receive those. Like, bring them back into your private altar. Like, pick them up and bring them into your altar. And I know not all of them were presents. I remember seeing a crystal heart and a trees and maybe some flowers. Wendy brought some gardenias. Yeah, and then there was a turtle, and there were blessings. So bring those back into your heart. And so these are the invitations. Because as we bring them back into our heart, what we're going to do is, after these invitations, feel yourself spiral back out of our inner chamber spiral back out through the veil, spiral back out into your life, into your world, equipped and lit up with this medicine. And so my invitation is, tonight I shared a small piece of Qigong for love and kindness. And then those that would like to practice the entire form can join us on the solstice. Qigong happens to land on solstice. Our normally scheduled time is on Monday on solstice and Tuesday on the solstice. So join us. I'll put a link in there. You can totally join us. And then the next piece, the next invitation is to, in solstice, we'll do the complete form, but then there's this whole deepening of learning and practicing the entire form, right? And to connect with fire and connect with our heart. And that's an 8-week journey. And so I'll put that link there to deepen into the practice of Qigong. And I'm also inviting other sisters that have something to invite you all to, if you would like to share those invitations now.
Susanna, I'm going to invite you to share yours next.
Yes, I was just starting to type it into the chat. Our next full moon temple will be July 14th at 2 o'clock Eastern time. And it will be on celebrating the juiciness of the abundance of summer. Come celebrate.
Yeah, I love that. Just that juiciness. So that's July 14th. And then if you don't get enough of that, Fire Pit Priestess is on the heels of that on another Saturday, July 16th, where we'll be back kind of continuing the journey that we started here today. If you've been in Fire Pit Priestess, Robin is one of them that can testify. We've been journeying all along this year, and so we'll pick up where we left off with that on the super moon, the buck moon, and being in the forest with the deers and the fire there, and pulling on all of that energy. And then we have Wendy, so I'll pass it to you because yours looks like yours is next.
Yes, thank you so much. Winter Solstice Temple online. It's in Australia, so I've put it into the chat. I'm holding a 2.5 hour Winter Solstice Temple about reclaiming ourselves as the beacons of light and reigniting our sacred missions. Thank you.
And so with that, is there any other invitations that you guys, all of you have? Okay. Well, let's complete this ceremony for now, for today, knowing our work is never done, our practice is never done. But for now, we are complete and we are about to dance and celebrate. And I invite you to find your feet, my loves, and celebrate with this really fun song.
I am looking at my life, it's better than a dream. So many things I prayed for are now reality. I'm traveling the road, sharing my medicine, a conscious creator, supporting healing. The world is a wild and beautiful place. We are constantly evolving as a human race. I truly believe this is a time for greatness. Everyone is invited to embody the light, living life as love and shining bright. The shackles of fear breaking once and for all. This is a song for all the rainbow warriors, the brilliant ones leading the way. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. I had no other choice. There was only truth. When I opened my eyes, I was brand new. I am forever free, nothing in my way. Field of infinite wisdom, this is where I play. The world is a wild and beautiful place. We are constantly evolving as a human race. I truly believe this is a time for greatness. Everyone is invited to embody the light, living life as love and shining bright. The shackles of fear breaking once and for all. Oh, this is a song for all the rainbow warriors, the brilliant ones leading the way. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Unity consciousness weaving across our planet, remembering we are rising as one. The world is a wild and beautiful place. We are constantly evolving as a human race. I truly believe this is a time for greatness. Everyone is invited to embody the light, living life as love and shining bright. The shackles of fear breaking once and for all. Oh, this is a song for all the rain